No, farther down. Yes, that's the one. There. Satisfaction pulled at her lips. Ah, how lovely. The man at the counter flushed in pleasure. His gaze strayed to her smiling lips and held for a moment past propriety. The loveliest I've seen, miss. His small boldness sent another wash of red over his fair skin. Miranda leaned farther into him. The glass countertop beneath her elbows gave a small groan, and the clerk swallowed hard, his gaze flittering between her mouth and the swells of her breasts that plumped over her bodice. His grip tightened on the ruby bracelet he held in his hands. So easy, really, to seduce a man with the simple act of arching one's back. A woman ought to feel satisfaction in the sight. Miranda only felt as she always felt. Dirty. Wrong. Empty. Set it down, she murmured, before clearing her throat delicately. Let me see it in the proper light. Gently, he set the bracelet among the others, dozens of necklaces and bracelets strewn out over the small counter. Too many wares pulled out for display than was prudent or proper. So very accommodating, and a mistake only a befuddled clerk would make. Miranda set her chin upon her hand, the act bringing her arm against the side of her breast, lifting it further into view. The clerk smothered a noise, his eyes riveted to the sudden increase in displayed flesh. Her skin crawled. She did not flinch, only looked up at him with a small, secret smile. You and I understand this forbidden desire between us, it said to him. Her free hand settled with the lightness of a feather upon the pearl necklace lying near her ribs. Any one of these jewels would do you credit, miss. Her finger hooked over the row of pearls. Slowly, slowly. Countless times she had done this, yet every time felt like the first, every time filled her with terror. Never let it show. She mocked a wounded pout. The jewels credit me, sir? His thin mouth worked as he flushed. You misunderstand. The pale against your beauty. Were I a ruby, I would despair at being noticed while in your presence. A genuine smile tugged at her lips. Plain and bashful he might be, but the young man had a romantic heart and the beginnings of a poetic tongue. It was his whey face and quick blushes that had made her select this shop that rested at the edge of respectability. The little shop specialized in fine jewels pawned by aristocrats whose wealth was dying, a place new wealth bought baubles for their town-kept mistresses, a place where a young, unescorted woman might go, pretend to shop for jewels far past her means so that she might flirt with the young clerk she had her eye on. It was the role she played, letting him see her walk by his window once a week, making eye contact before turning away with a blush, and then working up her courage to finally enter. She dipped her head and blushed. You are too kind, sir, she murmured. He fairly glowed with pleasure, and her heart ached. Too good a boy to ruin, for he would be ruined when his master found out what he had let happen here. But she could not return empty-handed. It had been too long. On the inside she screamed, This is my life and I hate it. I hate it. She returned his smile. The shop bell trilled, and the young man started as if caught with his hand in the biscuit bin. 2 plump matrons entered, giving him a curt nod. Like Miranda's, their gowns were slightly out of date and well mended. But unlike with Miranda, the clerk took notice and did not jump to assist them. Miranda trailed a gloved finger down her neck. Would you like to try one of them on? He asked. She licked her lower lip, a tiny flicker of pink tongue that kept him riveted. I don't think I should. It took no effort to make her lips tremble. In truth, she felt like crying. Merciful heavens! The matron's exclamation made them both turn. The older woman pressed her hand upon her ample chest and grabbed hold of her companion. Oh, Jane, look who it is! Her friend paled and made an attempt to support her friend.